size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Drive with Cook, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. The Vikings had 8 and 5 to start play, but they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier.
Big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they tried to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's James. Touchdown, Vikings. Great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, Mayfield. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Mayfield now from the 50. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former defensive back. I'm out almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play fake. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. As the season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
7-7, our score after one.
Score time, 7-7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here we go. Back to the ground, Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. field to throw it. That's complete to Dobbs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second down and goal. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Vikings take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over. The defense got him the football with an interception. It's reacting, Charles. So first play, they get the football right there.
Brandon, I was afraid you're coming like an auctioneer. We got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go through. These defenders, they're locked in and more focused.
Good pick up there, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. Like when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. James has got it. Complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, but it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there left the Giant ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Though going for Jefferson downfield. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield down.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Packers 17, Vikings 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And they're on 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
27-yard line.
Second down, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch the defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. They hand this off to Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now back to throw.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got room.
103 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Slot man moves right. They'll run again with Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A 1st first down throw for Cousins.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackler almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Kamu Cruz-Hill getting in there and taking him down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Taking the Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Cousins on 1st down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
To throw is Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Cousins on the keeper. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll get in. As they're back with it, he's scored now. The lead's down to 7. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but offense going to hold them in the ball, and they're still going to get out for the win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, try to finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy because of a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Cousins to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Cousins. James has got it, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and 11. They'll try the right side with Harris. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They run again with Harris. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Packers, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.
Let's go. I am the place. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen it making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments.